Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. And my partner in crime, the one that's going to help me bury the bodies for my birthday, Nick.
I'm liking these new introductions. I really am. Oh, God.
Good. I'm going to tell all our secrets that way.
That's good. I know where we can get some cheap burner phones and we'll be fine.
All right,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. I can make sure our digital trail is going to be okay.
Clear.
We will have an alibi. It's fine.
That works for me.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how's your week been?
It's been good. Families, still dealing with family and stuff like that. Gonna go back to Atlanta soon.
Okay.
I got my tooth surgery this week, so that should be fun. My crown, whatever it is. So I gotta deal with that. But other than that, nothing real exciting. Nothing else. How about you?
I don't have shit going on. I just did nothing but really work this week. That was it. That was it. But speaking of a crown, that actually made me think of I don't know if I ever told you this about going to the dentist a few years back. I think I'm allergic to like their anesthesia or whatever they use. I had to get a crown, a root canal, and then a crown. And I go and I'm at the fucking dentist. And I remember they put that mask thing on my face because they're like, oh, do you want the gas? I'm like, yeah, give me the gas. And I remember the girl saying to me after a couple minutes, Erica, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Erica, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. And I kid you not, I remember the dentist coming in, pulling the tooth out, another girl coming in, and they're like, Erica, can you say something? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And next thing you know, it's like as if I woke from a dream, and I got these two girls staring at me, and the one goes, she's awake, she's fine. And then the other girl's like, okay, well, the dentist will be in here any minute now to pull your tooth. I swear to God, I was like out of it. And then I had like this, my entire body was sweating. And I'll tell you, I don't know if I pissed myself or I just sweat so bad that it felt as if I pissed myself. But it was the worst experience ever. It was terrible. I never want that again.
Yeah, that's I don't know what that is. That might be an allergic reaction to the nitrous oxide or something, I guess. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was I'd never had that before, and I know I've had gas before because I had it when I had my two front teeth done. So I know I've had gas before, but this time, man, whatever they used must have fucked me up because I just must have hallucinated that dentist coming in and pulling my goddamn tooth out. It was something else. Oh, well, but good luck at the dentist. Next.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like I hate like any sort of like surgery or anything like that. I just hate that all. But like, it's got to get done, so it's gonna get done. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. Yeah. And everybody I've talked to said, it's nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I don't want to just be there like and just hear like people in my mouth like grinding away at stuff, for hours and I'm just there, But
I hate going to the dentist.
Everybody does. It's I know it's terrible. I need to get better about it since this the reason I have to get a crown is because I have a fucking cavity, so like I have to be better about it now.
Yep.
Go get my teeth cleaned quite twice a year and stuff, and make sure I'm doing okay and everything.
Oh, you're much better than me. I don't go unless I have a problem, and when I say a problem, like half my tooth has to be gone. Otherwise, I'll just eat on the other side.
And that's what happened with this one. Half like a chunk came out, and I was just kind of like, oh, I need to go to get it checked, and then The guy's like, yeah, this is what happened. You got to get a crown. I'm like, all right, fine. And it was one of those things where it's like I have a cavity and I'm like, oh, I have to need to take better care of my teeth. So now I need to actually be conscious of that. Yep. And take precautions. And if I have to, once again, like get my teeth cleaned twice a year, I'll just do it. It's fine. It's no big deal. But yeah, that's about it.
Being a dentist is a thankless job though, because I'll tell you, every single time I go, I'm like, no offense, but I really hate being here. They're like, that's okay.
I'm sure they know it, but then again, they look at their Mercedes outside and they're like, it's worth it. It's fine.
Shit.
It's fine. And their 4 houses they have in New York, Miami.
That's why they can only fix one small thing at a time. Nope, you got to come back for that other cavity.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? My friend actually works for some dentist in Atlanta in this big building. And he's they're all decrepit dudes, they're 65 and above, they're just old. And he's like, yeah, they all drive big ass Mercedes and real expensive cars and shit, and they all have private jets, they all fly in and fly out from everywhere.
Oh my God.
And the real shitty thing is that he's a social media guy and he's been getting numbers up and things like that, he's doing what he's doing, but apparently they're not meeting their monthly goal or some shit. And so they've put him down to a part-time. And he was so pissed. He was so fucking pissed off. And I told him, I was like, man, if you need help with anything, give me a call, man. We'll help you shoot stuff or edit things or whatever. It's fine, but let's get you going. But yeah, it was rough.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, those are your plans next week. How exciting!
Yeah, I know, but it's one of those things where it's they have more than enough money to give him, to do this stuff. They just are greedy bastards, I guess, or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. But I want to talk to you about this thing I found on the internet. Let's see, I'll port you the URL in the chat here. Let's see. There we go. It's something called the Pear Ring, the world's biggest social experiment. Single, introducing the Pear Ring in the real life social experiment, taking the world by storm. # not a dating app. Okay. One ring worn by every single person. Pear Ring makes it easy to know who is single around you and open to meeting new people. In real life, a small, subtle ring that makes a big statement. Wear the Pear Ring wherever you go, in a bar, in a train, the gym, vacation, or at your friend's wedding, in a restaurant, walking to work, connecting the world without filters and apps. Let's see what else. Millions of singers are wearing this ring. Hinge, Bumble, Tinder will not take it from here. This is not another dating app. This is the most natural way to meet new people in the real world. The opposite of an engagement ring designed for every single person.
Okay.
So the idea of this is, yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Yeah. So the idea of this is that you wear this teal, mind you, they're two colored rings. The teal that's on the website you're seeing now, and then the purple one is for LGBTQ people in that camp.
Okay.
The teal one is the one for single people. So you wear it on any hand you want, and it's supposed to signal that I'm single, and if you want to come talk to me, come talk to me kind of thing.
Oh,
that's the idea. What are your thoughts on this?
It's definitely one of those must be millennial things. I could see the 20-year-olds doing it. I cannot see an adult, because I don't consider a 20-year-old an adult. If I couldn't see somebody my age wearing this fucking, looks like something you'd get from a goddamn gumball machine. But they're sold out. God, they're on their 3rd release. I mean, I guess that's something to indicate it's okay to come talk to me. But isn't that what's supposed to, you wear a wedding ring or you don't wear a wedding ring, Yeah,
and see, that's the way I've always kind of operated. Is you need to look at the hands for a wedding ring, but apparently now you're looking for this thing.
Always.
now. I bought them. I bought the rings from them.
Did you?
I did. So I'll wear it when
You're gonna have to let us
Oh,
know.
I will. I know. Trust me. I 100% I will. If any, and I'll wear it
Oh
whenever
my
I go out,
God.
which is going to be very, very seldom, but I'll do it. Um, and see what happens if I get any hits, anything like that. But I thought, well, apparently the thing is that with dating apps, the problem is that they're for profit, and you they always want you to buy the high tier, like the lifetime membership or the year membership, or buy the thumb, buy the thumbs up and the hearts and the direct messages and da 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 da. Like they have all this shit you can buy. And the problem with that is that I think a lot of people are getting, I believe people, a lot of people are annoyed at it because it seems like it's not really doing a good job of matching people together. And also, it seems like the swipe rate for men and women is vastly different. Like guys have like a 50 to 60% swipe rate. Women have like a 5% swipe rate on these apps. So there's that. So you have a bunch of single guys, or a bunch of guys who want to hook up or whatever on these apps, like swiping all the time and trying to get, they're trying to get the good profile picture and this, that, and the other, and making sure, everything's fine. And they have the good profile and this, that, and the other. And only 5% of them are getting any sort of hits.
Oh.
And trust me, I've spent, I think the last couple of years in the dating apps. I recently completely deleted mine. Like I have none of them anymore. Deleted my profile off of them and everything. Like I'm done with them. And yeah, I mean that's how it was. I was getting no hits and things like that. And I know a lot of friends who also are going through the same thing as well. So,
well, and here's the thing. Here's the positive thing. So I shouldn't have said it was something for 20, 30-year-olds, because that would be the age range that you'd be interested in. So if they have that ring, obviously, it would be somebody that is in the same kind of collective mind of this is what we're looking for. We've had trouble maybe on the apps. Let's try this. So you'll have to let us know. But I personally, if I saw some 50 or 60-year-old dude wearing one of these, I would laugh. I'd be like, no, I'm not talking to him. But he'd probably be trying to pick up a 20-year-old is the thing. Let's face it.
Yeah, that would be what yeah, that's the same. That's kind of the mentality I would have with it too. Let's see here.
This is not a dating app. It's just a ring worn to identify who's single. Okay. Third release shipping. So they've been selling a lot. Oh, I can't wait until you tell me what's been going on.
Yeah, as far as
exclusive events in your city, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting because I think it's funny because I think this is kind of the what kind of like COVID has done to us, where like for 2 years we were toured or whatever, we were locked inside and we lost our social skills. And even people were, using the dating apps really heavily during that time. And I think people have to kind of get back to talking to people in real life.
Yep. That is for sure. That is absolutely for sure.
And personally, to me anyways, I think I'm better in real life than I am on like some like faceless app that's like a paragraph and like 5 pictures. So I think I would do better in person than I would with like just some horrible selfies I've taken of myself.
I think that's anybody. And you know what? I would rather meet somebody and talk to somebody in person, because I'll know right away whether it's going to work or not, or whether you're attracted to them. Because you're right. You think those pictures I post on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, I probably had to take 20 pictures in a row to get one that looked decent. You want to see people in real life. You want to see what they really look like. Yeah,
no, exactly. And I think that's that's what I think this makes it a little bit more open because, and also the thing is these days being a guy, it's you don't want to approach anybody because because you might seem creepy, you might seem like a stalker, you might seem this, that, and the other. You know, you might get some girl on TikTok who you've approached and she's like, "Oh fuck no," and then she makes a video of you at the other end of the bar being like, "This asshole approached me. He seems creepy," and then all of a sudden you're, you go viral. So like, as a guy these days, you have to worry about that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once again, I have a lot of friends who feel that way as well, and it's just kind of like, so we all just keep our heads down, keep working, and keep, going to the gym.
Well, and you know what? And here's like the good thing about it. The people that don't know about it, they're just going to see you wearing this ring and not thinking, okay, well, he's wearing a ring. The ones that know about it probably have the fucking ring. So they're going to see it and be like, oh, okay, because you guys are now going to be in an in crowd. Yeah. Okay, I can see the benefit of it. I still don't want one, though. I never go anywhere. I haven't noticed the pizza guy wearing a ring, so I guess I won't wear one. I'll see nobody else.
Oh god, I can see the pizza guy wearing it just so he can have that, that one encounter. She's like, I don't have any money, but I can pay you another way. I'm sure you can, baby.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'd never even heard about it. You probably won't go to the Pear Festival though unless you're going to hop over the pond, because that's over in England.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could get a cute English. If I can get a cute English chick. Oh, that's the dream. That's the dream. Game over then, man.
Oh shit. Yep, Pear Festival. It's in England.
Yeah, I ordered it a little while ago, and I know it comes out of like the UK, so I haven't gotten it yet. I only check my order status and see what's going on. Order placed. Tracked speedy delivery. Yeah, we'll see. I know I go to California next week. I'd like to get it before I go out. I doubt it's gonna happen, but if I do, I will wear it in California the entire time.
Oh, good. Yeah, you'll have to let us know if you see anybody else wearing one. I always just look for a wedding ring, and if they're not wearing a wedding ring, then pretty much that's up to them then if you start talking to them to disclose if they're with someone. Because some religions, they don't wear rings. Some people, they might be in long-term relationships, dating with somebody, and they don't wear a ring. But yeah, I always just look for a wedding ring. I guess now I'll have to look for these pear rings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's a good thing because yeah, like the dating apps are they're trash, man. They're fucking trash
anymore. Yeah, I think they've kind of served their purpose, and like you said, with everybody being locked down through COVID, and they had to use something like that. I think people are just tired of it. They want to get back out, So yeah, well, whoever came up with it, they're probably making a killing. I wonder how many they've sold.
Well, I mean, it's like $25 for like they give you 3 of them, small, medium, and large. And extra large, I think, is what they give you. They give you like 3 or 4 of them for whatever hand size or finger size you are. And so I assume once I get it, it'll come with like a QR code and like a password and a fucking URL and everything else you get into for all the other exclusive stuff. So.
Extra things.
Yeah. And yeah, and I'm sure there'll be exclusivity in the first like year and a half, but we'll see what happens after that. They're probably going to turn it into a dating app in like a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I assume
and it might, yeah, because if you register to get their extra things that they offer to you, yeah, I could see an app ending up from it. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting concept, though. Yeah, I don't think anybody from Indiana is going to wear one, though. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, reading the article, let's see. It says, with this in mind, the pear ring seems like a good idea. A way for starting a conversation, a way for circumventing the humiliation of approaching someone in a bar only to be told, sorry, I'm in a relationship. Which, I mean, if you have eyes, you should be able to see that they're wearing a ring. But with this tacky little ring disrupt the dating app industry? Will this startup really prove to the world's biggest social media experiment, as their Instagram bio says? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. The ring is merely symbolic of our dating app disillusionment rather than a real solution to it. Because the ring issue, the big issue isn't rejection itself; it's the fear of rejection. I don't know. For me, it's not the fear of rejection. It's just the quantity of rejection. If it happens too many times, then I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. You know, that's my thing. It's like if it happens, if it happens too many times, like I'm just done. Forget it. I'm gonna go back to my place and not leave for 2 weeks now. I'm fine.
Oh God. Yeah. No. Yeah, rejection is the fucking worst. Or like you find out that they are with someone and it's like, why the fuck didn't you speak up in the first place when I came to talk to you?
Oh God. Oh no. I've had this happen to me a couple times where I will it's always been in like a line or something or in like a situation where I'm waiting for something in line, or I'm in line at like Dragon Con or some convention or anywhere in the world, and I'll see a girl next to me who's kind of cute, and I'll just talk to her. I'll just like spark up a conversation. It's like, oh, who are you here to see, or whatever, like that. You know, it'll be nice. And then I'll be like, oh, where are you from? What do you do? And I'll be like, oh, she's cool. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, she's probably with someone. She's kind of cute, and she's probably with someone. And sure enough, I'll be right. I'll talk to her for like the majority of being in this line. And by the time we get to the end of it, I'm just like, oh, and she'll be like, oh, me and my boyfriend. I'm just like, oh, there it is. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Why not mention this beforehand? I mean, don't be rude about it, but just be like cognizant of it and just tell the person who's talking to you. You know?
Mm. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree.
Yeah, just be like, oh, by the way, my boyfriend's waiting for me at the, when I get out of here or something like that. Just say that.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, sorry to bother you, and I'll keep fucking silent.
Yeah. I won't talk to you ever again.
Yeah, no, that's fine, but at least be, at least once again, like don't talk to someone and then because I'll think it's going good and I'll think I have a chance, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for my boyfriend or my husband, and he's he's over there, and I'm just like, sure, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
But yeah, the Pear Ring. I'll report back. I hope I get it in the next week, really, so I can take it with me to California and see what happens.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty big in California. I was looking at that. That's actually, I think they have some other pear gathering out there. So yeah, maybe you will see some people with it.
We'll see how it goes. Oh man,
there has to be at least one person.
There's gotta be at least one.
We're gonna hear more about that. I'm
sure. Another thing, and this came up, and I thought this was kind of funny. Do you know what the upside down pear means? I mean, upside down pineapple means.
Oh, I don't know. Is it dirty?
It is dirty.
It a cake?
No, it's well, that's funny you mentioned that, because when I looked it up, that's what kept coming up was like dirty things, and then like the recipe for that cake.
Oh God!
No, but are you aware of what the upside down pineapple means?
No, I've never heard of it. I'm not fancy in bed. I know everybody thinks I'm like an animal or something, but I'm really kind of boring.
You have you have a dungeon. Don't lie. So here's the meaning of it. So what does the upside down pineapple mean? On a cruise ship, the secret symbol for an upside down pineapple is regularly used as a code for swinging or wife swapping. In most cases, an illustrated upside down pineapple is fixed to the cabin door of a guest interested in swinging and or partner swapping.
Oh my God. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Okay. Like, how did this become a thing?
I don't know. It's just
and
one
is
of
it
those.
just on cruises?
No. It's a symbol like that's kind of with that community for like it's it's all over kind of thing.
Wow.
But
Okay.
there are cruises for that. Apparently, one of the stories I heard today was um these these teenagers were on a cruise with their parents, and they saw some some I guess some people around their age or whatever, or maybe it was younger. I don't know. It was like some group of people like got invited to some other people's rooms, and they kept seeing they had actual, because they were on a boat, they had actual pineapples like hanging on rope upside down like in the doorway, like on the doorknob. And I'm just like, do it. I mean, I guess you gotta work it somehow.
Good Lord.
Yeah. This article's like, if you see an upside down pineapple symbol on someone's phone case, tote bag, or car, you may think it's just a cute trend, but it actually holds a deeper meaning.
Like that.
Wearing or displaying an upside down pineapple is similar to quoting a line from an obscure movie, at least in the sense that others recognize it for what it is. There's mutual shared understanding, and even goes over the heads of other individuals. While most people understand the upside down pineapple appears to be nothing more than a quirky fruit display, to others it's much different meaning. So an upside down pineapple is actually an identifying symbol that swingers use to recognize each other in public. It symbols that others that you were intended to quote unquote swinging. Yeah, and there are like full cruises for this kind of thing. No, let's not. I don't want a recipe for upside down pineapple cake. Calm down.
Of course.
Calm down, Google. Calm down. Let's see. Yeah, there's cruises for this and everything. But I guess it's one of those things where it's like it makes sense when you think about it, because that's the fruit with like a distinct top and bottom. You know where the top and bottom is on that symbol or on that fruit. Like you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do it with like a banana. You couldn't do it with like a banana or an apple or like maybe a pear, but even that's like, it would, I don't think it would work. But I think the pineapple works really well. Is like something that's nonchalant, but if you know kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but what if somebody accidentally has one upside down? Like you said, a phone case. What if they just put their phone case on wrong? And then you got these people coming over. Hey, like your phone case.
All of a sudden, two couples are sitting at your table. You don't know why. They're just really, really friendly people.
Yeah. Hello.
They really want you to come back to the room for a drink, like real badly.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. People are funny. But I guess, I mean, they have to have something nowadays. Key parties don't really happen too much anymore, do they?
I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think it's one of those things that I'm sure they still happen, but it's just nobody hears about them because they're very hush hush. They want to keep the thing going, and they want to keep their group going. So it's only in their group, and like probably in some like private chat or something, some private like WhatsApp group or text message group or something.
I don't know. Now I have to be watching for pineapples and teal rings and shit. Good Lord.
Well, okay.
Wonder why I don't date. I don't understand everything now.
It's all gone pear-shaped. Well, and thinking of the pineapple symbol, I kept thinking of our favorite show, Psych. I was like, was there ever an upside down pineapple in that show?
That's exactly what it made me think of, was Psych. I was like, because I know a guy that has a pineapple tattoo on his leg. I think it's his leg. It could be his arm. I'll have to see if it's upside down.
Is it upside down?
Oh, shit. I think it's his arm. I think it's his forearm.
Oh, God.
I think it is, but I can't remember.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that show, and I'm just like, how many times in because they have a pineapple in every episode, and I'm just thinking like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's one of those, it's one of those things where it's, um, yeah, it's one of those things where, how many times in the show did the pineapple go upside down? Did it ever happen?
Yeah.
Were they
Yeah.
were they calling out to the community? Like what was going on?
Yeah. Now we know. Now we know. Now I have to rewatch it just to see the pineapples.
Yeah. How many times was it upside down?
Oh shit! Because I'm sure it was.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Oh,
sure.
that's so
I'm very sure.
funny.
But have you run into any well, have you ever been to any key parties or any swinger parties or anything like that?
No, no, never, never even invited except to when I had that one couple friends of mine that invited me to that nudist colony, but no swinging. I mean, he did offer to let me take naked pictures with his wife, but he said it wasn't sexual. So, other than that, no. And I did not take naked pictures with his wife. Let's make that clear.
That is such a weird statement. It's like, oh yeah, take naked pictures with my wife. It's not sexual.
Yeah, he wanted a beautiful portrait of his wife and another naked woman, and yeah,
He
that other woman was going to be me.
He wanted some jerk off material for his bathroom or something, I'm sure. Just a giant mural. That's what he wanted.
I just declined. Very flattering, but no thank you.
You could be on somebody's wall right now, Erica. Jeez.
I could. Well, hell, considering my one piercing that I had, I probably am in somebody's wall.
Oh, yeah.
Their drawer. Who the fuck knows, man? Oh, shit.
Probably.
Oh, good Lord.
But yeah, I heard about that today. I heard about once again. I was watching like Instagrams or TikToks or something, and I was just like, that kept coming up, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, that's fun, and it's apparently a thing.
I guess so. Now I'm gonna have to watch out for pineapples.
Yeah, if I go on a cruise
especially
next
when
time.
I cruise. Yeah, especially when I cruise. Did you see any on your cruise?
I didn't.
Because you
I
went
did
on
not.
that cruise.
I did not.
But you didn't know to look for them either.
That's also true. But as far as I remember back, like walking through some of the halls where there were rooms, I do not remember seeing any upside down pineapples. Plus it was really mainly like a family cruise. I know there's one done through Virgin that's like actually an actual like adult cruise. Like there are no kids there. Like the damn cruise has its own tattoo parlor. Like that's how adult it is. Like they just don't care. They're like no kids at all. And I need to look into that one. and see what port that goes out of, and how much the tickets are, because that seemed fun. Because they have apparently they have their own...
Actually, I'm looking it up now. Adult only cruises. That's hell yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, once again, I understand there were families on this one, but it's like, I really don't want to deal with them if I don't have to. It's fine. No, it's okay. Yeah, but yeah, I saw
children away.
Yeah, but I saw that apparently the rooms are bigger than normal, and like the normal ones you'd get in the cruise where they're like just a closet with like an air vent. So that's nice. But apparently they have like the adult pool parties at night with movies going on and shit like that, and I'm just like, that sounds awesome. That's all I want.
Doesn't it though?
It really does. Yeah, I'm sure the drink packages are crazy.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Virgin Voyages. I wonder where they do sail out of.
I know Virgin's a British company, so it may be out of there. I mean, I would think they'd go, maybe they might go like California, New York or something, or California, Miami.
Well, they got Bahama ones on here.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, I'm going to look now. Give me something to research later. Oh, God.
Yeah, you had something you wanted to talk about as well, right?
Oh, yeah. So have you been following along? Probably not. I'm kind of into this shit. But Kevin Costner's divorce.
I know
Do you know anything about it?
I mean, I heard a while back that it was that his wife wanted to get divorced, and he was like, it was gonna like hinder him from doing like more Yellowstone or something like that. Is what I heard about. I heard it was gonna affect the show more than anything or some shit like that. So he was like kind of pissed off at that.
Well, okay. So let's talk gossip here. Supposedly, there is a rumor that he screwed somebody on the Yellowstone set, and that's why she wanted the divorce. That's what pissed her off. He swears up and down never happened. But anyways, yes, he's left Yellowstone. Well, she had told him she wanted a divorce, but nothing was filed. So months had gone by, and he wasn't at the home because he was still finishing up Yellowstone. And they had agreed to tell the kids together, but she's like stringing them along. And he doesn't know, are we getting divorced? Are we not getting divorced? So finally, he told the kids that they were getting divorced and told his attorney to file the papers. In the meantime, his wife heard or found out that his attorney was filing the papers, and she snuck in and filed the papers first. Okay, fine, whatever. The divorce is going through. But here's where this bitch, oh my God, I can't stand women like this. So she was a purse designer when they got together. So not poor, not rich, but a designer. Well, she wants, and this is the number she put in her court papers, $217,000 a month to raise their 3 kids. A 16-year-old, what is this? A 16-year-old, I think like 15 and 13, but they're all teenagers, right? $217,000 a month, because she said that it's not fair to those kids that they don't have the same type of standard of living that they do when they're at their father's house, and they're used to having servants and all these staff members around. So she, for the kids, not for her, of course, should be able to hire the same kind of staff and be in the same level that they are now. And I'm thinking, bitch, get off your goddamn high horse. You wanted the divorce. They have a prenuptial agreement, which, you know, granted, it's almost 20 years old. You're the one that signed and agreed to $1 million. That's your fucking problem. He is willing to pay more than what was the standard for the child support. He's offered her $52,000 a month, which I did the math on it. Even $52,000 a month is $624,000 a year. Jeez. Plus, on top of that, he's going to pay all of their schooling expenses, all of their activity fees for sports that they're involved in. So he's still paying probably just that much in private school and shit alone. Offered her $1 million and actually over $1 million to get her out of the house, and bitch won't even move out of the fucking house. She's the one that filed for divorce, has a prenuptial agreement in place, and she's like, no, I can't get a place on that. I can't get a place. Yeah, and I'm thinking, I hate women and men. It ain't just women who think they're going to marry somebody that has more money than them. And, oh, well, I only made, $50,000 a year when we met, and I was a stay-at-home mother or a stay-at-home father, and, you're a billionaire, you should give me just as much. No, bitch, you made it on 50 grand a year. Go back to making 50 grand a year. Just because you marry somebody rich don't mean that shit is yours. He had that money before you. It's not like Bezos and his wife where you earned that shit together. They were rich when you met. Be glad you're getting that $1 million in your pocket and the 600 grand a year. But yeah, it's just crazy. And it's not just her either. There is that one chick from American Idol. So I think she was the first winner of American Idol, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson.
And when her husband, that greedy fucking bastard, Brandon Blackstock, no respect for him. He came from a rich family. He refused to move out of this ranch that they bought. He sued her for alimony and all kinds of shit. And it's like, oh my God, just move the fuck on. Oh God, I can't stand people like that.
I think, what was it? The only two celebrities I know who pay alimony to like their male spouses is like Britney Spears and I think Roseanne Barr.
Oh, she might have. Yeah.
Yeah, I know she paid Tom Arnold. And then I know Britney Spears paid Kevin Federline for sure.
Yeah.
So that's
I don't agree with alimony or palimony at all. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't at all. Just the simple fact that I marry somebody rich doesn't mean I'm entitled to be kept in the same comfort or whatever. No, you got divorced. Of course your life's going to be shitty now. Move it on.
But you've been with this rich guy for like 10 years after he made his first $100 million. And now you have to get thrown back to just a 1-bedroom apartment and eating ramen. No, you deserve money and you should get everything. I can't even say that without laughing. I'm sorry.
There is, like I said, this woman, it's not like, now, like I said, her prenuptial agreement fucking sucked. Okay, $1 million. Kevin Costner was worth fucking money 18 years ago when they got married. So why she agreed to $1 million settlement, I don't know. She should have had a clause in there. Her lawyer should have put a clause. Once you reach the 5-year mark, it's 5. When she reached the 10-year mark, it's 10. Once you reach the 15, you get 15 million and so forth. But she fucking signed it. That's it fucking sucks. I get it. But that is a very, very generous child support offer. And don't tell me you need more for the kids. It's not for the kids, because if you can't raise your children on 600 grand a year, there's something wrong. And it's not like he's kicking her and the kids to the curb. Fuck, those kids could stay with him. They're all teenagers.
Yeah,
I was saying the kids gotta leave.
Yeah, no, and I was saying, yeah, and like from what you said is like the kids are taken care of. Like everything for them is paid. Like he said, like athletics, school, and everything is paid. I mean, that's awesome. That's great. That's a thing. Because then she doesn't have to worry about it. But she wants that money. She wants that fuck you money for
yeah,
for nothing.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
I like that. That's what it is. So here's where it gets even funnier. They had court last week, right? Mm-hmm. She showed up to court in a fucking limo.
Oh
to
my
argue
God.
that I kid you not, to argue that she needed more money to support the kids. She showed up in a fucking limo.
I hope he rode up in a fucking horse from Yellowstone and just went to court like that.
He actually joined by Zoom because he was on set. He couldn't be there in person. Yeah, but she fucking showed up in a limo. You can't even drive yourself to the courthouse to tell the judge you're a pauper and can't afford your kids. I need the money. No, you show up in a fucking limo. I mean, if she was smart, she would take the money and write a book, do a reality show. She could make fucking killing, from unless he had her sign. And I haven't heard anything about a non-disclosure agreement. He probably did, though. He went through a terrible divorce and lost a shit ton of money years ago, which is why she ain't gonna get out of this prenup. It's probably ironclad.
Probably.
The only thing in question is the child support.
Yeah, which as you said, like, isn't, the kids are, I think, what is it? The youngest one is 13 or something.
Yeah, youngest is 13. Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So then 5 years, if anything, 5 years for that kid. 14 is 4 years, 15 is 3 years. Like, there's not much. There's less than half a decade is all it is. And then what? That's it. Yeah. Then what? He has to pay alimony as well as that, because once the kids are old enough, they're no longer kids legally. Then what?
Well, but see, that's the thing. In the prenuptial agreement, there is no alimony.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
That's
gotcha.
what the $1 million lump sum was trying to bypass. You agree no alimony, you get and he paid her that right away. He actually gave her more than that because he wanted her out of the goddamn house. And she was supposed to be out per the agreement. He has a kick-ass lawyer, I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm sure after the first time you get fucked over, you want the best.
Per the agreement, once the divorce was filed, she had 30 days to vacate the property. And she has been well over that 30 days, and she refused to vacate the property because she couldn't afford to go anywhere. So he gave her like the $1 million per the agreement and like another $250,000, and then offered her like $35,000 a month for rent to get out of the house, and she still refused to leave because she wants that $217,000 a month for child support. So when they went to court last week, the judge told her she has to be out by the end of July. So they still have to go back to court, but he said she has to be out.
When the judge says that, like, it's and if you don't abide, the cops come and they take you away forcefully, and then you live in a nice little 5x10 cage.
Yeah, and actually, her argument is they've been married for 18 years, that prenuptial agreement is no longer valid. She wants it thrown out. And if she gets that prenuptial agreement thrown out, then yes, she would walk away with a lot more of a settlement. Maybe not more child support, but more of a settlement, some of the Yellowstone money, some of, things like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that the judge read that prenuptial agreement and said, based on this agreement, you have 30 days to get out. You've got to get your ass out.
Yeah.
Chances are, I mean, there's that agreement. Yeah. It didn't have an expiration date on it.
No,
it does not have an expiration.
No, and I assume once again the expiration on that is like once like your spouse dies, then that's the expiration date on it. Or if they want to get divorced and then divorce is final and that's it, then once again it's over with. It's served its purpose. But you can't get it expunged because I assume she signed it in good faith and you had a witness, because I'm sure it's like a 3-person signed document. You got to get it notarized and the whole bit.
At least.
So like it's not just something. It's not like just some fucking napkin you have at a bar that somebody signed or whatever. So.
Oh yeah.
And well, like you said, I'm sure he had an ironclad lawyer. They met in his office or something where he came over with the paperwork. They signed it. She signed it. He had his copy. He's put it in his safe or some shit like that. The lawyer's got his copy. So like, it's all good. So there's no way to get it thrown out. There's no way to get it thrown out. I don't know how she would ever, that would ever be a thing. That's kind of delusional. Like, it's not going to get thrown out.
Well, and actually, because sometimes I read the comments that people post on different articles, and there are people that are like, of course, women. I haven't seen a man yet that has said it. Well, that's invalid now because they've been married 18 years now. No, unless there is an expiration date. And I have seen, especially some of these rich people, that if we're married for 15 years, that's why I said it bumps up.
Yeah.
I personally, not that I've ever personally seen a prenup, but I've never read an article where it said that it don't matter how long we're married, you only get that $1 million. That was a pretty fucking nice prenup he had there. I'm impressed with whoever his lawyer was. If I ever become rich or married, I want to find out who his lawyer is, because that's who I want for my prenup.
Oh, 100%, 100%. I might ask for his number too. Shit, just in case, yep. just to keep myself safe.
Yeah, because it's. Yeah, and actually, this other article that I read about her said that she originally wanted, or is she upping it? Because this was only 2 days ago, $248,000 a month in child support. Either way, his first wife got $80 million.
Oh my!
$80 million. God. So there is no doubt in my mind that this shit is going to hold up, and I don't even think they had kids. To be honest.
Yeah. That's yeah. He didn't know shit back then. I'm sure now he's well versed in it. He's like, listen, yeah. I need an ironclad fucking prenup. We're doing this. And yeah, I assume, like, some, especially you said, I'm sure some people at some point will feel safe with their spouse, or it'd be like, oh, maybe we go to 15 years until and unless I want to renew it and have it for longer.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, and they do that all the time. And I know people do that whole, but that means you don't trust them. You plan on a divorce, or, if you love your spouse, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't negotiate a prenup after so long. It's wrong. It takes the love out of it. When we're talking about money, you have to protect everybody involved. And good lawyers will make sure that prenup protects whoever they're representing. So each party should have their own lawyer, and their rights, they'll be represented well. Whoever her lawyer is fucking sucked. That's all I can say, because they never should have agreed to that. But the fact is they did.
Yeah.
I mean, she should be walking away with at least $20 million, but too bad, so sad, bitch. I guess you should go back to designing purses.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. It's weird. Have you heard about the soccer player who went through that recently? The European soccer player?
No, I haven't.
Let's see. I think he's from Europe. Let's see. He's Moroccan footballer. Akaraf. I can't even say his name. He's ex-wife Hiba Habaku or whatever. Jesus Christ, these names, was left stunned after discovering that he, despite earning millions of euros with Paris Saint-Germain and the Moroccan national football team, owns nothing in his name, according to Spanish daily Marca and other sources. Apparently, what he's done is that everything that he earns gets put in his mother's name. So legally, he owns nothing.
Oh, no.
And she divorced him. She wanted to divorce him because he's worth millions of dollars, and she wanted to grab a bag, and she gets nothing.
Oh, well.
What do you think about that?
To be you. Well, that's she should get something. But to walk away with half, no. But should get something. But yeah, did he I can't believe he put everything in his mom's name, all of his contracts and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully she had a lot of jewelry left, some gifts. But see, the thing here is you shouldn't wrap your life so much into this one person that you can't walk away and be okay. She should have prepared because shit. Sometimes people die or get divorced and you find out they were broke to begin with and you walk away with shit. I mean, I think it was kind of shady that he put everything in his mom's name. They should offer her a little bit, but they don't have to. I'm all about know your contracts, man. And marriage is a contract. I'm sorry, but it is. Damn. No,
yeah,
I hadn't heard about that.
He had placed 80% of his wealth in his mother's name, including houses, cars, clothes, jewelry, and millions in salary. The sixth highest paid footballer in Africa, the Paris Saint-Germain player reported earns a staggering $215,000 weekly.
You can't throw the bitch $1 million. I mean, you can't throw her a little bit. You can't throw her a little bit. She wasn't at least that good in bed that you can't give her a little bit. Damn. Yeah, she should have got a lawyer when they got married, and she should have had some kind of settlement. Damn. I kind of feel bad for her, but oh well.
Yeah, there's
contracts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know I've seen a couple women on social media always saying, date a basketball player because they're kind of stupid and things like that. Oh, they'll be whatever. And even then, like some of the coaches who are part of these, big NBA teams, they'll tell the guys like, hey, if you come in a condom, like fucking flush it or, destroy it, do something with it. So this way, no girl can just like, take it from you and shoot it up inside of her. And then, gotta pay fucking child support or whatever. Because that's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Now, if you earned the money together, like there is no doubt in my mind that Bezos and his ex-wife, she helped him with that business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much so. She absolutely deserved, what she got, and there was no prenuptial agreement. He had nothing when they were together. Mm-hmm. They earned it together. So that I agree that she, part of me thinks she didn't deserve as much as she got because there became a point to where she stepped away. But I mean, he still has like all of his voting rights and her voting rights. That was part of the agreement is when it comes to Amazon stock, he gets to vote however he wants using her shares also. So it's just kind of odd, but it's like they're still his stock, but she gets the profits from them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but there's another one. Oh, let me look here.
No, but
how do you feel about her not getting that money?
Who the European basketball? Soccer?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it because they were only married a short time. Like they got married in 2018, and she wants a divorce now. So like he's been playing soccer longer, and she I guess saw him and wanted to see how it was. Probably got bored of some shit because he's always out practicing and trying to be a better soccer player, and she's just like, I don't like this him being away all the time, so I'm going to divorce him and take half. And then reality slapped her in the face and well, you can take the purse back that you came in with, and you can just leave now. I mean, I think once again, I think athletes who do that, that's a smart move because it's protecting yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, I mean, once again, you don't know somebody's true intentions or how they're going to be or things like that. So, you were just protecting yourself in full. Because, I mean, the region he's in Africa, I don't know what the laws are like. And if they have prenups or things like that, I don't know how that works. So I think this was the next best thing he did that would make sure that, he's covered. And once again, it didn't seem like he they came up together or anything, that he didn't like become a better soccer player over the last 3 years because she married him or whatever. So that's not the thing. But I'm kind of happy he protected himself and was like, bye bitch, down, just get the hell out, and I'm done with it.
Well,
but I
and the
do
thing
but
is,
but I do agree with you, Bezos and his wife, like they were together when he had nothing, and they came up together. That I understand entirely. If you've both suffered and you help each other out, and you make that kind of money, you're entitled to half. You really are.
So there's another one. God, I cannot remember it, but I remember watching some of the court case, and this was several years ago. So there was this couple that were together like over 40 years. It was like 45, something like that, maybe even 50 years. Husband, wife is what they always called each other, and that's what everybody knew them as and what their children knew them as. Turns out they were never legally married. And so the whole question of common law marriage comes up. And so it was like this whole thing that went on because they just never got married, and she just started going by Mrs. And when they got married, they were young and he had nothing. By the time that they were splitting up, he was like this multi-millionaire. She walked away with nothing because I can't remember what state it was in, but I watched like the whole court case because I was fascinated. And they were not married. They were not married. She did not have a right if he didn't want to give her the money. And I think he was screwing some young chick by that time. So I think that's why he didn't. I wish I could remember which one it was, but
when I look up the stats for the U.S., it seems like it's 50% of marriages end in divorce, and it seems also like there are those 50% that end in divorce. 80% of those are initiated by the woman. Those are just the stats I'm looking at. No, I'm not saying it's anybody's fault or anything. I don't know beyond that what the reasons are, but those are the stats.
But yeah, that whole common law marriage thing is kind of frowned upon now because it shouldn't matter if you're together 10 years. If you never got married, you're not legally entitled to shit.
I know I know in the UK it's gotten really out of hand where like even if you're a one night stand and the girl gets pregnant, you still have to pay child support to that kid.
Yeah.
It's not even like,
well, it's like that in the US too. It's like that in the US too. If you can get them to, if you remember with their name, and you can get a paternity test.
Yeah, and it's yes, I know, because I know in the UK they're getting like real aggressive with it, and it's like it's very weird how like aggressive they're getting with it. But yeah, in the US I know in some states and things like that, it's like the common law is like 10 years or 7 years or 5 years or something like that. You have to be like in the same household for that long, and it just happens. But I don't know. I think the common law marriage thing is a weird concept. I think that's odd. It's kind of outdated, and we need to kind of.
Oh, I don't agree with it at all.
Yeah,
you're
away
either
with
married or you're not.
Yeah,
because that's. I don't agree with common law marriage.
Yeah, well, yeah, and even with getting married, like you're involving the state and the government into your life, and that's still fucking weird. Which I'm not a fan of. But if you want to do the ritual and have the song and dance and do the whole thing, that's fine. But like having to have like a marriage license and shit like that is fucking weird. Like you need to have a license to get married. That's weird.
Yeah, it looks like out of 50 states and the District of Columbia, 10 states and the District of Columbia recognize common law marriage, and then 5 states will recognize common law marriage, but with some restrictions. So it's not available in all the states, though. Yeah, in my mind, if if you want to say you're common law married, just get married so you have the protection of getting that prenup, or the protection of what if they fucking die and you were in a state that doesn't recognize common law marriage, and now you don't get shit because you never did a will, or you never I don't know, but I worked with a lady that was from a state that did the oh God, what was
the common law
alimony? No, they did alimony, and she had actually told me that she was getting alimony. God, what did they do? It was alimony. It was a good amount too. Every month until, so like if she was married 10 years, it would be every month for an additional 10 years or until she got married. And she flat out told me she would never get married until that 10 years was up, because then his money would stop. And I'm like, that's shitty. That is shitty. Shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, and it also seems like I don't know, the thing I hear once again in the red pill community, quote unquote, is that you'll have some women, not all, who will want to get a guy at the finish line. Basically a guy who's between like 35 and 45, who's made it, who has money, and who's well to do.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like, or like this soccer player's wife, where they want to marry the dude for like 3 or 5 years, get bored, divorce him, and then have his money and move on.
So that's bullshit. That is bullshit. You know what you're getting into. But like Costner's wife, they were together 18 years, 3 kids. I think she shouldn't walk away with just $1 million, but don't use the kids as an excuse. Don't say it's because of the kids that I'm supposed to have, because that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Go write a book. Go do a reality TV show. Quit riding around in limos and grow the fuck up.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, 18 years, that's a lot of dirt. You can have a whole Hollywood book series, man, because I'm sure you've been in some parties, some people,
Mm-hmm.
you can say some names and make some really good money with that. Like, you really, really could, even if you do like the nonfiction bullshit and be like, oh, this is these names have been changed to protect the innocent, and here's how this all the shit went down.
Yep.
You could easily do that.
That's what I think she should do, instead of making a fool of herself. Because truly that's what she's doing, is making a fool of herself by trying to fight it, and the way she's fighting it, so that's what she needs to do. It's just what she needs to do.
I agree with you. Yeah, it's just she's not looking too well, especially rolling up in a fucking limo.
I know. When I read that, I was like, did she really? Oh, I have to have money for the kids. Oh, God. Can't even, get a town car or something to drop you off. I mean, it has to be a fucking limo. No, she could have.
She could have servants. She could have gone Uber Black. It would have been fine. But okay, you can't even do that.
I know. No, she's the one used to having servants and people at her beck and call, and living in a great big huge mansion. That's the thing. She doesn't want to give it up, because you ain't going to tell me a 13-year-old, a 14 or 15-year-old, and a 16-year-old aren't going to be just fine. There's
because they're still in school, and they're ready to. I'm sure they're getting ready to go to college at some point.
He's paying for all that.
He's paying for all that. Yeah. So they got nothing to worry about. They just got to make sure they got good grades, and they go to a reputable college that will give them a job in the end. That's it.
Yeah.
And
here's the other thing with that prenup. I don't think they'll do this, but they could. So the prenup, according to what I read, also has a clause in there that if she fights the prenup, the agreed upon settlement, the $1 million, she forfeits. So
Jesus Christ. I want the number of that fucking lawyer.
Yeah, so if she doesn't win in getting that prenup thrown out, she may walk away with nothing but child support. Now, do I think he would want his $1 million back? No, it'd probably be like, it's worth it to get rid of the bitch. But, I mean, she's playing with fire here. I would have played it a completely different way.
You would have taken the $1 million and the child support and just walked out.
I would have. I wouldn't have made a fool of myself. No, I'm not leaving till you give me $248,000 a month. You don't want the kids to live in
squalor
as a paupers. Yeah, we're gonna be squatters. Can't afford anything. Good Lord.
Well, then don't live in fucking California. That's how you avoid that.
I know.
Go live in like Wyoming or Idaho or some shit. It's fine.
Well, and one point that was brought up. So this beachside mansion that they're in has two smaller houses that are rental properties. And, you know, the last thing he offered her was what, $52,000 a month? Her lawyer said that is less than what he gets in income on just one of those rental properties. One of them rents for $65,000 a month. He can't even give her more than that. I'm like, we don't know. It's not like that mansion is his 100%. He probably owes a fuck ton on it.
Yeah.
Because God knows she must like to spend money. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know, but I think he dodged kind of a bullet here. He said it was kind of from what his lawyer did disclose for him, it was kind of a surprise that she wanted a divorce. But then again, if there were rumors he's cheating on you and then he sunk a bunch of money into that new show that he wants to do and he's leaving Yellowstone, and she might have just got tired of him being gone from home, and the kids are grown, don't need her as much. And part of me thinks the reason she didn't originally file for divorce, she said she wanted divorce but didn't file, she was trying to like get a reaction from him. Oh, I love you. You know, you're the number one of my life. And she got a reaction all right, but it wasn't the one she expected. He was like,
he was fucking ready. He was ready.
He was like, okay, I heard divorce. Let's get this done.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I guess his first wife, they did have 3 kids together, but yeah, they weren't even married but maybe 10 years, and she walked away with $80 million.
Jeez, man. I don't know. I hope if he banged anybody, it was Kelly Riley from that show. She is.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh my God, she's hot.
I just love her.
And she's wild in that show, man. Like her tits come out like every fucking episode. I'm just like, God. How do you agree to do that part? And just, I guess she's just comfortable like that. But I'm just like, that's fine with me. That's entirely fine with me.
Yep. Yeah, she's beautiful.
She
Good
is
actress.
Oh no, she is. She plays that very like smart bitchy role very, very well. Like as soon as you see her on screen and you hear her talk, like you immediately fucking hate her. And I'm just like, you're good at what you do.
Yep. I look up to women like that. I try to watch those shows and then I try to emulate them when I want to try to be tough. Try to get my way.
There you go.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, and it's, and also the fact, I mean, the common factor I see with those characters in movies is like, it seems like a lot of them are very damaged, like very, very damaged.
Yeah.
Like they've been through some shit, and it wasn't fun. Because I've watched a few episodes of that show, and I know like what her backstory is and things like that, and I'm just like, jeez, all right, I get it.
And I'm just so sad that Kevin Costner's leaving that show. I don't know how they can carry it on. I mean, I guess they have season 5. It was more of the other characters. Costner wasn't in it as much, probably because he was going to try to start this other series he's going to do. What is it? Horizon, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got like two spinoffs there are two spinoffs for Yellowstone. I think there's even a movie or something or a miniseries. Like it's crazy. I think Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren are involved with another one. I saw them on something. I'm just like, geez, man, that's a lot of money to get those names, in on it. So,
yeah. I just, but yeah, I was a little surprised Kevin Costner did a television show, but I guess it was for Paramount, so it's not like it was for, Fox or
or like
CBS.
NBC or NBC or anything like that. Because I mean, yeah, it's like a Netflix show. Like they can do whatever the hell they want, really.
Yeah.
Yep. Once again, that's why Kelly Riley's tits are out every episode. So.
Yeah. I thought I was a little sad that he was leaving, but it's still good. I hope they're able to carry it on, but I just think it's one of those shows that it's kind of gonna end.
Well, and I mean 5 seasons.
There's so many good shows, especially on Paramount.
Yeah, and even then, 5 seasons for a show I think is perfect. Like, what was it? Key and Peele went 5 seasons, and they're like, we're done with at 5, because when you go over that, like, no, you lose, you lose it after that. It seems like some shows do, anyways.
Well, it's hard to come up with new stories, and my thing is this: some of these people that I've seen in shows that, like, fucking Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote. She did so many movies and things prior to Murder, She Wrote. But fuck, after 18 seasons of Murder, She Wrote, I couldn't watch her in another thing. Like, that was, fucking Jessica Fletcher. I couldn't watch her in anything else.
Yeah, and even, what was it? One of my favorite shows, Supernatural. Like, 15 seasons was too much. You could have done, like, 10 and been fine. Yeah, one of my favorite shows, Stargate, sci-fi show, did 10 seasons and they cut it off. We're like, yeah, we're done. I'm like, good, you're done.
Yeah, that's actually, and that's why I think Seinfeld went out on top. Leave on top, why the people still want you, not, God dang, why did they make those last few seasons? Because it sucked, go out on top.
Yeah.
And then, 5 or 10 years, make a movie to kind of, where's everybody at?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Scrubs movie. I'm waiting for that to happen. Like, they have the means, they can do it.
I know.
I mean,
they should. They honestly should. They really. I wish they would. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've been lucky as Psych fans. We've gotten 3 movies. I hope they make a couple more.
Know.
I'm still waiting
I
for
do too.
I'm still waiting for them to make like a Halloween / urban legend thing, because I want that so bad.
I know. And the thing is, everyone that is their fans love those shows so much. Anytime they need money, they just have to say they're making another show, and we're all like, yes. I mean, even now, if they made a movie, it would make money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, because I mean, the show is like infinite. Well, the best thing about the show is that, like, you can literally, anybody can watch any episode. There's not really a lot of backstory in it for you to like be like, oh, I need to watch the other 5 seasons before I watch the episode. No, you don't. You can watch any episode and kind of figure it out and see if it's good or not. And plus, like, even then, it seems like in the later years they got funnier. The last few seasons, because I rewatched it quite a bit. I'm like, they got funnier, and some of those last few season episodes are just like I cry laughing at some of them. It really is just like, Jesus Christ, you guys! I don't know how you guys got funnier. I don't know how this happened. You got better.
Yeah, they really they might have taken over more control, because in the beginning, I don't know if they were producers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as they get more control over the show, they can do more of what they want. Yeah. Or maybe it was just realized, if we just let them go at it, because they have wonderful chemistry, him and Gus and, the whole staff, everybody on that show just had such great chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, even the dude that plays Mary, I love that guy. I love that guy. Every time I see him in something, I'm like, that's Mary.
Oh God, Mary with his limp handshake.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I know they did a Twin Peaks episode that was really funny. The Cinnamon Festival, which they mentioned like in one like line in one episode, they just got to elaborate on that. God, even Gus's dream episode where he's having a bad dream, that was fun. That was ridiculous. That had Bruce Campbell in it. Oh man, it was so good. There's so many of them. I think in all reality, there are like probably like one or two I don't like, and that's saying a lot. Because all those episodes are just they're so much fun.
Oh God, they are absolutely.
I know. I know the main dude, James Roday, made a movie. He actually like wrote and directed one. Let's see. What the heck was it called?
Was it the Tag one? Or
no, it is called Gravy 2014. It is a horror movie that he did.
Oh.
It's on Tubi, just so you know.
Okay. I never heard of it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's directed by him for sure.
There we go. Gravy. Okay. Never fucking heard.
Yeah, written and directed by. Yep, that's him. And it's got Mary in it. It's got a lot of, a couple of cast members in it. And here's a funny thing. Him and Gus show up at the end. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you how they show up, but they show up at the end. Just so you know.
Oh my God, I am so good. Oh, it's on Tubi, Plex, and Crackle. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to watch this. Let me put it on my watch list. Fucking Gravy. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because I didn't know about it until later on. He talked about it in some interview, and I was like, "What? You made a horror movie?" And I had to go buy it on Blu-ray. I'm just like, I'm glad I have it now because like it is truly a lot of fun. Like it's a very original idea, and I was like, wow, man, this is actually really good. Yeah, it was very, very well thought out and very well done.
Oh yeah, this is good. I'm gonna share it on my Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Well, you're posting it on your Facebook. I'm sure I got an alert about you posting something.
I was gonna try to tag him, but he's not my Facebook friend. So yet.
Speaking of tagging and friends, any news on the Jamie Kennedy front?
Yes, he replied to me finally. I was looking. Oh my God, let me see how many messages I sent him. This is actually kind of I get that it's stalkerish, but see, my thing is I'm a stalker, but I know that he will eventually respond. So let me see here. It's like every 6 messages I get a response. So I wrote him January 6th, January 8th, January 8th, January 8th. Oh, no, January 8th, January 8th, February 8th, May 9th, June 27th, and then he wrote me back. And it's just kind of like stupid shit. Like I legit just act like we're having a conversation when really it's like a conversation with myself. Because he's not replying at all. I had watched all of the Criminal Minds because I wanted to be in, or I wanted to watch their newest season of Criminal Minds, the one they brought back.
Yeah.
But I knew I had missed some episodes along the years. So I thought, oh, it's on Paramount. I'll rewatch all the Criminal Minds. I didn't fucking realize Jamie Kennedy was in Criminal Minds as a cannibalistic serial killer, and not just one episode. He was like in 2 or 3 different episodes, and he was good. It actually, I had to rewind it. I'm like, is that fucking Jamie Kennedy? So I wrote him back, or this is how we ended kind of last year. I said, oh my God, I'm watching Criminal Minds. You're in season 3, episode 8. I had no idea you were in there until you lifted your head. I love your comedy, but this was excellent. And he was excellent. I mean, I think a lot of people think of his stand-up or his comedy movies where he's playing stupid or whatever. He was fucking good. And he's like, that's very nice of you to say. Okay. And then after that, because I had gotten a response from him, it was just stupid shit. Oh, you're going to be back in Fort Wayne at the comedy club, blah, blah, blah. What got him to reply to me was, if they do another season of the new Criminal Minds, you should talk to your agent about putting feelers out if they could bring your character back, because he never died in Criminal Minds. The last episode he was in, his character was in Criminal Minds, basically they were hauling him off to prison, and him and Rossi have this banter back and forth because Rossi was bound and determined to get this cannibalistic serial killer. I'm like, your character never died at all. And Rossi's in the newest Criminal Minds. They should bring him back. And this is legit. This is not just because of my love of Jamie Kennedy. They should bring his character back. And that's what got him to reply to me. He goes, I would love that. I would like that. And that was it. But that was after I said, once again, you're back in Fort Wayne when I was out of town filming. One of these days, I'll be one of those crazy people in the front row that you're giving the side eye to, wondering who the fuck is this bitch. I said that too,
you might end up on his Instagram or his TikTok as like, somebody in the front he does crowd work with.
He's like, who the fuck is this? But yeah, that's what got him to reply, was me mentioning Criminal Minds. I honestly think he should, and I hope they have another season, and I hope they consider bringing his character back, because him and Rossi did have banter. He played a cannibal, which people love cannibals.
That's true.
I know I do. And yeah. And then it would give Jamie Kennedy and I something to talk about.
There you go. He is going to be in Atlanta in November for a convention called Mad Monster Party, just so you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to be here for that. Let's see. Speaking of comedians, have you heard or seen the comedian Matt Rife?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to send you his picture for his profile right now, and then you can. This is his Instagram, so it should pop up on your computer still. But there you go. Tell me what you think.
Okay, let me look here. My computer's slow.
Okay, no problem.
Wouldn't exactly be my type, but I mean, he's a little too smooth for my taste. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, I love it.
Not attractive to me.
Oh my God, that's funny as hell to hear, because there are women throwing themselves at this kid.
Really? I don't.
I am not kidding.
Worry about throwing themselves.
I am kidding.
I'm gonna be honest.
No, if you look through his Instagram and look at his reels, he does crowd work, and like these women are like blatantly hitting on him, and he's
really?
He's using it against them and calling them all kinds of names. It's hilarious. But like there's some that like are having nervous fucking breakdowns at his show. Like he sells out arenas, and these women are just coming in droves to come see him.
Really?
I am not kidding.
Honestly, I don't think he's hit puberty yet. I mean, I get the abs, but does he have any hair? Oh, wait. maybe a little on his legs. Yeah, he doesn't. I think he's low testosterone because that's not attractive. I mean, maybe I just like my men to look like men.
God, I love that. I love that so much.
It could just be me. But no, I don't know why women would throw themselves at him. He looks like my kid, maybe my kid's age. Maybe that's what it is. But
he probably is.
My kid looks manlier than he does.
He probably. Yeah, I think he's around. I think he's in his early 20s or something, maybe in his mid 20s. So yeah.
Wow.
But there are women literally throwing themselves at him all the time.
Ooh, no, he's a pretty boy. If his hair or if his chest is really that smooth, he gets it waxed, and that is a turn off for me. He either waxes or shaves, and that's pretty damn smooth. So I'd say he probably gets it waxed, and that's no. that ain't attractive. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's not for me. But maybe those other women will have a chance. Yeah, I'm not into those metrosexual men at all.
That's fair. But no, there are women literally like throwing themselves at him, and like some will throw him gifts up on stage and things like that, and they'll beg him to take his belt off with one hand and stuff. Like, I'm just like, God damn, dude.
Oh.
And apparently he went on some podcasts, and they asked him about, and it was just like a bunch of dudes talking, and they asked him about women and like what he prefers, what this and the other. And he talked about, the vaginas he's seen and things like that. And he named one. He's like, oh, I don't like them this way and this, that, and the other. And because he said he didn't like them, he didn't prefer them this way, a bunch of women got offended and were like, how dare you, this, that, and the other. I'm like, these are the same women who were like playing with themselves to his pictures. It's like, really?
Oh, God.
What do you want? What the fuck do you want?
Oh, shit. Yeah, exactly. No. Mm-mm.
But
everybody has their right to their own taste. But yeah.
But he is all okay. Besides him looking like that, he is actually funny. He is actually funny.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that'd be okay then. But yeah, like looks wise, I would not find him attractive. I don't think he's attractive. But then again, like I said, it could be because I see him as a kid. I don't see him. Yeah. No. I don't want our slick bodies all. No, I like men. But
hasn't hit puberty yet. Jesus Christ. I love that reaction.
Has
so
more
much.
Hair than he does.
I love that reaction so much. You have no idea because.
Yeah, that's not attractive. I mean, the muscles are nice, but then again, like yeah. I mean, even then, I can't get past this smoothness. God, I wish I could get my legs that smooth.
You should message him and ask him, where do you get waxed?
Yeah, where do you get waxed? Because I'd like to go get my legs done. No.
Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious.
So yes, let that be a lesson to our listeners. Not all women like that metrosexual look.
No, it seems no. I mean, and I've met a few like that, but it always seems like they're quite a bit younger. Like they're in their early to mid 20s. Like that seems to where that comes from.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, that seems to be where it comes from because every other woman I've kind of asked or interacted with, they don't really care. They actually want like you said, they want like men who look like men, not like this like this in the picture. So
yeah. Well, then again, I mean, if we're being honest here, like I am more attracted to what would you call them? A blue collar worker where you got the rough hands, mechanics, construction workers. the laborer versus some slick guy in a 3-piece suit. I actually don't think that's attractive. Maybe it's something with growing up in Indiana. Maybe it's something with feeling like, this man would take care of me. Like if my car, because I dated a guy once, or we went on a date, he couldn't even change my tire. That's a turnoff to me. If you can't change my tire, what the fuck good are you?
Now, hold on. To be fair, I've never changed a tire. I never have. But if I given the opportunity, I can follow the instructions and do it. And I know it's not difficult. I know it's not. But I've never done it myself, just so you know.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But yeah, and maybe it's the roughness of their hands feel good. If you think about it, like I made the comment, his smooth chest on my smooth skin, that would just be nasty. But when you got a man that works with their hands are, they're rough. I don't know. I get it's probably something with growing up in Indiana. But yeah, I don't find him. I find him a kid. He's a child to me.
Fair
which
enough.
I probably could be his mother. But I'm glad he's funny. I'll have to listen to him.
Hold on. Let me see how old he is. I'm curious now.
I'd say maybe 22, 23.
27. 27.
Oh, yeah. Actually, he's younger. He's younger than Zachary. So he could be my son. Yep. I was looking at a child, all right.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Yeah, and I think in one of his Instagram reels, whatever, he was hitting on like an old woman or like a mom or whatever. As well.
Oh, God.
It was funny.
That is good. Yeah, I knew he was young. He's older than I thought he was, though. I do love his big pouty lips, though. That I do like. I like the big pouty lips. That reminds me of that one actor. Oh, God, who the fuck is that one actor? He was in Venom.
Tom Hardy.
Yes. Oh, my God, I love his lips. Oh, God, he's so hot.
Oh, man. Yeah,
That's my kind of man.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I know he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of work, unfortunately. I don't know why. But he just hasn't had a lot of work. I know he's playing Venom now, so he's in the Marvel universe for sure. So he's gonna stay Venom for a bit. So that's good.
Well, he's been working on what was it? His black belt and something like that. He also does a lot of independent shit. Actually, is he one that gets his chest waxed? I'm thinking he might have a smooth chest. No. Oh, is it just covered in tattoos? Oh no, he's hairy. Oh God. Ooh, that's a good picture of him.
Save it for later.
That's a really good picture of him.
Oh God.
But he could probably have made more of the big movies. I don't think he gives a shit. I think he's one of those actors that will do movies when he wants, but yeah, he let's see, this was just on June 12th, some fight academy that he was at. Yeah, he's into martial arts and shit like that. So he has a lot of outside interest.
Yeah, because I know the 3 big movies he's done is like he did a Star Trek movie where he was like young Picard or something. And he did the last Dark Knight movie where he was Bane. And then he did he's been doing Venom, so that's his new thing.
Yeah, and that might just be so he could get that money in his pocket, and then he goes and does the other shit that he wants to do.
Yeah, which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I really think that's what he does. Looks like 7 weeks ago he was climbing some mountain with some people. So, yeah, I think he just does his own fucking thing. He's definitely not as big as he could have been because he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And not just because he's hot. Shit, this bitch has my last name. Chanel Dyer. She's an MMA fighter. Chanel Dyer. Oh. That's cool. We're not related. Or maybe we are. I don't know. She's black. So I'm going to guess we're not related, but maybe we are.
Who knows? Yeah, I know he did really well as Bane. He was very, very menacing. He did Bane justice. He really did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Very much so. Yeah, he's a very good actor. There was a series that I saw him in. They only had one season. I wish they would have done more. But it's called Taboo is the name of the series. But it was only one season. And I honestly think it was in 2017. And I honestly think the reason they didn't do another one was because of the storyline. He had gone off into some like uncharted territory, and this was like back in, I don't know, the 17 or 1800s, and he came back and you know, so he's like this wild person, and his sister's all prim and proper. Well, turns out he'd been fucking his sister before he left, and when he came back, they started their affair back up, and I think everybody was just kind of like, ew. Let's not do another season of that. But yeah, it was a BBC, but it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't Google the word taboo. You'll get a lot of Pornhub links.
Oh shit!
You'll probably get something like that too, where it's like stepsister and stepbrother. Oh my God, stepbrother! Oh, I'm stuck in the laundry. Come help me.
Oh God! Yeah, it was really good, really good. I mean, he was sexy as hell in that. But yeah, who played his sister? Una Chaplin played his half sister. But yeah, it was really good. I wish they would have done another season, but they only had the one. Gotcha.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, it's yeah. That's what it is. It's probably just like they got kind of weird about it, which is funny because, like, you know, the name of the show is Taboo, and like this is something that is a taboo, and you know they just didn't want to keep it going. It's kind of funny how, like, it's probably one of like the top. It was probably or it is still probably one of the top search terms on Pornhub, but you can't have a real show about it. Can't do that.
Yeah, exactly, and it was as soon as you realized that they were screwing each other, it was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was good though. It was real good. And actually, this Una Chaplin, I just looked it up. She is, I think, the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's weird, man.
Who is her mother? Yeah, Una Chaplin, her parents, her mom is Geraldine Chaplin, and Geraldine Chaplin is Charlie Chaplin's daughter.
Holy shit.
With Una Chaplin, that young girl that he had a kid with right before he died. He was like in his 80s.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and she was like fucking 20 or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. But it was Charlie Chaplin. Come on
now. Yeah. Talk about Hollywood royalty, man. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. Una Chaplin. She was named after her grandmother. Okay. I figured with the last name Chaplin, because that's not a very common name, so I had to look it up.
No.
Yep, she is a chaplain. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yep, granddaughter of Charlie.
Yeah, would have never guessed, and yeah.
I don't know, but that was a good show, and now I have Gravy that I gotta watch. That's on my watch list. Oh, there's Mary. I got the preview of this show, and I love Mary. I'll have to stalk him on Facebook too. See if I can get him to friend me.
He probably will. He seems like a pretty good dude.
You know, he does. He does. He seems like he's really down to earth. Jimmy Simpson.
Yeah, Jimmy Simpson. Yep.
I'm gonna look him up right now. I am a stalker extraordinaire on Facebook. I really kind of am. I really am.
Wait, hold on. How many times have you stalked my profile? Holy shit! How many times have you perused like the things I've posted and all of my pictures? I'm wondering now.
You'll never know because see, Facebook doesn't give you a report of that.
No,
shit.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
The only report Instagram gives me is like when people watch my reels and I can see exactly who's watched it.
Oh, he has a girlfriend. Oh, well, that was from 2018. Maybe not anymore.
Oh God, Erica's gonna work her way through the entire Psych catalog. That's what's gonna happen.
I am.
The men and the women. Just gonna happen. Just all of them.
Why do I like these quirky guys?
Because they're funny. Kennedy, that's why. Because they're funny.
And you know it really is. They really are hilarious. Being funny is much more of a turn on to me than like this guy with this wax chest. I mean, but you said he's funny too, so
no, he is. Like, yeah, if you go through his profile, like look at his reels or watch his stuff on YouTube, like, yeah, he's actually funny. He is legitimately funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know Whitney Cummings had him on her podcast. I don't know. Well, back at some point, and I'm sure she wanted to bang him too.
Oh, that's good. That's funny. Well, at least he's living the dream.
Yeah,
he's living the dream. Good for him.
Yeah. Now he just needs to transition into being an actor, and like he'll kill it. He needs to do a couple. He needs to do like 3 or 4 like, you know, funny friend movies. Like do some Seth Rogen shit or something. Then transition into like action, not Marvel, but just an action role, you know. And then do some rom-coms, and then do your dramatic stuff, and then you know, maybe be the killer in a couple horror movies, whatever, you know, just you know, work that way through it, and then, you know, eventually get your own tequila brand and your own shoe company, and then fuck off on an island.
Yep, there you go.
That's all you need.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
On that note, you know, it's funny. When we started, I didn't think we'd have much to talk about. It's been almost 2 hours.
I know. That always seems to happen. We're just like, we don't want to talk about it. We just kind of work it out. It's fine. We just kind of like roll through a bunch of stuff.
Oh my God. I know. I go on like 50,000. I told you, like, if we both have ADD, then man, we'll never get anything accomplished. Oh, what's this? Oh, let's look at this. Oh shit. Oh.
Well, now you know to look for upside down pineapples at your next, I don't know,
I will.
Hotel or something.
I will. I'm going to be looking everywhere for them now. And the ring. And the pear ring.
The pear ring.
I'll be looking for that shit too.
Yeah, I hope I get a notice of it coming in this week, because if it does come in, then I'll take it to California with me and see what's up and see if I get any hits or not. I honestly don't think I will. I'm hopeful, but not like not expecting anything out of it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I operate through life. I hope things go well, but I'm prepared if they don't.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I think.
All right.
I think we're done. I think we're good.
Okay. Well, on that note, if anybody has anything that they want to talk about, question, comments, ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com. And hey, how can they find us on Rumble? What do they got to look for?
Erica Dyer, Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. That entire title that says, our your podcast, is searchable in there. So, I mean, do that as well. I will put Rumble into the all links that's also in the description of this episode. So if you go to that all links link, or the link tree, whatever you want to call it, it'll be there as well too. I'll make sure that's there, and it's also easy to find. So if you don't like YouTube, you don't like anything else, we're on there too. So
very good. Appreciate it.